to another edition of Tuscaloosa Talks. Today I'm truly talking with not only a team member here at the city, but one of Tuscaloosa's most intriguing individuals. This should be, what was the beer that had the world's most interesting guy? DeSeques.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
You would be him for
gosh,
Tuscaloosa.
No.
I mean, there's no doubt about it because you do so much in the community. You know, you're one of those individuals that are just quietly fascinating in Tuscaloosa. So what about that for an introduction, Matt?
I'll take it.
And this is Matt Jones, by the way, works with the city, Tuscaloosa Amphitheater, and does many other things. So, Matt, how you doing?
I'm splendid. I'm so just incredibly grateful to be here. The time at the AMP and the idea of being able to make a living in arts and entertainment in the state of Alabama, when they broke ground on the AMP in 2010, 2011, I remember I was working in Birmingham at the time and saw it happening, and my heart broke because I said, that's happening in my hometown. I need to be a part of this. I don't know how. But I weaseled my way in.
Well, you've done more than that. Not only have you been part of it, you've made a big difference. And so before we talk about Live at the Plaza, which is really the theme of this podcast, and a little bit about the Amphitheater, explain your musical history because you are an amazing guitarist. And so just how did you become so good?
Well, thank you, but I started when I was 12. My brother had played for 9 years, and he was 9 years older than I was, and he was in a car accident, lost use of his left arm, so he had amassed this incredible guitar collection. Mm-hmm. And so when we found out that he wasn't going to be able to play again, he came to my room, and he gave me every guitar that he had, and he said, do something with it. And at that point in my life, I wasn't a scholar, I wasn't an athlete, I didn't have anything that I could claim as my identity. And so as soon as I picked up that first acoustic, I said, this is what I want to be. And it wasn't like a natural talent that's in my family or anything. It was one of those things that I just, I beat the guitar into submission. I said, you will be mine.
That's the only way to do it, man.
It was, but as soon as I picked up that first time, I didn't come out of my room for years.
Now, do you play by ear or do you read music or both?
I guess by ear. Just kind of. The guitar playing is one thing, but the songwriting is what always draws me in and what's always kind of. It doesn't matter if I don't pick up the guitar for 3 days. Mm-hmm. There's always a song in process, kind of that you're just working on. But for me, the songwriters have always been the most incredible part of the music industry and every other aspect of it, because it's that, the story behind what goes into how this song came to be, the idea of trying to say something in a way that no one's ever said before, but every single person has thought, and being able to pinpoint that turn of phrase is what keeps people up at night trying to write that perfect song.
I couldn't imagine having that creativity. So when you pick up the guitar, what's your go-to chord?
C lately.
Really?
C and F, which has never been.
I hate the F chord. Do you bar it or do you do traditional F?
Traditional. C and F are, it's just that Tyler Childress kind of dreadnought flat top acoustic feel.
Yeah.
But you can venture into, some different colors with the chords that way. That and probably alternate tuning, kind of doing drop D and open G and stuff. It just opens up a whole nother guitar neck for the most part. And you can create phrases and stuff that you normally wouldn't have.
Man, I'd love to spend some time with you and learn. I mean, to all the kids out there, learn D, C, and G. You can play most songs in the universe.
Oh, yeah. Most all songs are basically 4 chords. And once you learn those 4 chords, it's you can kind of do whatever you want.
What was the first song you ever learned on the guitar?
I think it was a church song. It was a church song for sure, and then it was Elvis Presley, "Love Me Tender," I think.
Really?
Yes.
You don't hear when I ask people sometimes what that play guitar, I'll ask them, and I've never heard an Elvis Presley song. What was it about "Love Me Tender"?
It was I kind of started figuring out the melody, I think, on the high E string, and my cousin knew how to play it, and he was asleep, and I kept going in and waking him up, going, "What's the next note?" And so I would do it and learn the phrase, and then go back. what's the next note?
Yeah.
And so just kept going back and forth with that.
Oh, you're getting. I may have to go back and start playing the guitar again. Mine was
It is
Louie
addictive.
Louie.
Oh, yeah,
It was
yeah.
A off. And I mean, I could master that pretty
Yes.
easily as the first song. So, and of course,
That's-
I bar ate it at the
Yeah.
time.
Oh, yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So anyway, I could talk about guitar all day because it's fascinating. People, it's kind of like we were talking about golf off air. It looks easy. It is really hard at
Yes.
times, and so you make it look easy, which is
Oh
a
my
gift.
gosh. Thank you.
So tell me about being at the amphitheater. What's like the most fun thing or a concert you've been a part of when you think about your career with the city at the amphitheater and arts and entertainment as a whole?
The Marcus King Band and the Revivalists, when they came through recently, and I only knew a couple of Marcus King songs at all, but the Revivalists, I knew a couple as well. But there are very few shows that will stop you, that have stopped me in my tracks of just having to stop and turn in amazement and just what's actually happening and knowing what they're doing on stage. That was just incredible. And that was definitely kind of a pivotal point for watching acts, because I don't get to watch. You know,
Yeah, you're working.
You're running nonstop. But kind of the fun part about being at the amp is the idea of, all right, we're going to have a party this weekend. 8,000 people are coming. They're all going to be eating and drinking. There's going to be a great band there. They're going to leave a mess. We need about 100 staff to work it. And just logistically, kind of knocking out every aspect of it and being a part of an amazing team that can pull a rabbit out of a hat on a moment's notice, and they are absolutely incredible. The fact that K-Day kind of plucked me from obscurity and said, this is someone that I want to work with has been a game changer. I say she saved my life. I think I've dropped 40 pounds since I came to the amp. And
Really?
I realized at one point that it was either going to add 20 years or take 20. I wasn't sure. I think it's going to add 20, though.
That's great.
But
Maybe
it
I
is-
need to come hang out with Kay for a few months. And,
She has high expectations of somehow she expects the world and the best, and somehow you're able to go and somehow pull it off and go back and thank her for the opportunity.
Yeah.
She's that kind of leader.
She starts at 11 and gets to a 15 real quick.
Yes.
Yeah, and
100%.
She does a fantastic job,
Oh
and,
my gosh.
and so do you. And she feels the same about you. So let's transition to something that's part of the arts and entertainment umbrella, something you're deeply involved in. That's live at the Plaza.
Mm-hmm.
So we're a couple of weeks in.
Yes.
First of all, just from a 40,000 foot perspective, what do you love most about Live at the Plaza?
The community response to it. The first couple of years, there were a couple of hundred people that would maybe come out, and now it's 2,000 to 3,000 people that are there, and they are more excited about that than anything else. And people I see in the community all the time are stopping and wanting to find out what the next act is, who's going to be here, because they love that energy. And the thing that I love the most about that, I first came to Tuscaloosa in 2000, I think, 99 or 2000. And at that point, I felt like Tuscaloosa was the only college town in America that did not have an original music scene. And you think about Athens, Georgia, or Gainesville, Florida, all these other college towns, small college towns that would have this amazing music scene. And I always wondered, what can we do to alter that a little bit? And to be there, this last couple of years and see the community response to that, to original music, to cover bands, to just that experience has been amazing just to be a part of.
Well, I remember when Councilman Calderon, it was kind of his baby, as you know, when he shepherded and through the process. And he asked me what I thought. And I said, "Do you really think people would come out on a Friday night? It's going to be hot during that time of year. Do we have the capacity as a team at the city to put this on?" And boy, his idea and passion about it, y'all's implementation has created something special. You couldn't take it away if you wanted to now. And I think
Not at
that
all.
is so cool for Tuscaloosa.
And the other incredible aspect of it is just the national attention that it's getting, because we have bands that submit to play that are opening for Kenny Chesney when they're not doing this. They'll play, a huge stadium opening for someone, and then we'll have the Powell Brothers at the end of July, towards the end of July, and they'll regularly play stadiums opening up for folks, and it's an amazing act. They're July 22nd. If this let's see, June 24th is Amanda Shaw from
Yeah.
Louisiana. She plays Jazz Fest main stage every year, and just absolutely authentic and incredible.
Do you ever get to sit back and enjoy
Live
a
at the
cold
Plaza.
beverage of your choice and enjoy?
Not at Live at the Plaza, unfortunately, but it that is the, at the amp when the shows are going on, there's no time to actually watch what's going on or to really hear anything.
Mhm.
But Live at the Plaza, the great part is once that starts, it takes care of itself, and I can actually sit and enjoy
That's awesome.
the music, and seeing the response from the community has been incredible.
So when you come to Live at the Plaza, what
Mm-hmm.
should people expect? Should they expect to pay?
No,
Okay, that's a
absolutely
softball
not.
question.
Yes, thank you.
What else should they expect?
Incredible entertainment and top production, and a community event that's to get out there and see families sitting on blankets and eating noodle salad and kids running around in front of the stage throwing balls and playing. To be able to have an opportunity to offer family entertainment in Tuscaloosa is something that the community has really gotten behind, and it is an amazing, amazing time.
Yeah,
And
go ahead.
once that band starts playing, and it's this way at the amp, you're running around kind of getting everything ready with the team, and the moment that band starts playing, you realize, oh, this is really cool. I forgot about this. There's actually a band that's going to play
Yeah.
beyond everything else that we've been running around doing. And so that excitement is, it's addictive, absolutely addictive.
So how long does the season last? When does it end?
For Live at the Plaza, we'll do every Friday in June and July. The show is 6 to 9 p.m., and it's free and open to the public.
Any food trucks or anything like that out
Yes,
there?
we have food trucks lined up on 6th Street, and it's an amazing time.
But if
Free
you want to
entertainment.
bring your own peanut butter and jelly sandwich,
You can bring your own peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
That's
you
what-
cannot bring your own beer, though.
No, you cannot bring your own beer. It's not BYOB, but
No.
there will be opportunities if you would like an adult beverage out there.
Absolutely.
Of course, responsibly.
Yes, it will be in the entertainment district, so.
And we've never, and I can't recall, I'm sure there's been a problem or two, but I can't remember any issues that we've really had.
Not at all.
And I think that goes to how you guys organize it all and make it work every single time.
It's an amazing team. It's
Now-
incredible.
Now, the last thing, well, not the last thing, but if there's the threat of bad weather, but I want to come out, how do I find out if the show's delayed or are going to be canceled? Because we're in the summer months and there's
Right.
always those pop-up thunderstorms.
Right, and so you stay on social media, follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and you'll get notification that way. But Government Plaza with the National Weather Service, that area is pinpointed, and they have someone on duty that's watching that location exactly. And so there's a protocol when there's lightning that's 9 miles out, certain things that we'll do to take place to make the announcement for everyone to seek shelter until it passes. And but the goal is to rain or shine that we're out there. Lightning is a whole nother issue.
Yeah, absolutely.
But when we are aware, we'll make that announcement from the stage, and we'll also post on social media to let people know when it's clear to come back.
And parking should not be a problem because
There's a parking garage directly backstage.
that's right.
4 stories.
And how much does that cost?
Free.
Free.
Free parking garage.
You're starting to see a theme here.
Softball questions.
That's
Yes,
right.
I like it.
Well, Matt, I want you to know you do a fantastic job for the city, and I'm not just saying that because you're sitting here beside me on this podcast. You really do. You make a real difference every day. You're a public servant. You really believe in the core beliefs that we talk about in meeting our standard of excellence. It's an honor to work with you. It's an honor to see what you and our A&E team do so much for Tuscaloosa to make this such a livable, high-quality place to be a part of. Thank you for everything.
Absolutely.
I appreciate
Thank
what you
for
do.
having me.
And this has been another edition of Tuscaloosa Talks.